Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Saturday. It's 8:30. How are you all? Just trying to get the glare to not be on my glasses, but the sun is out. So really excited about what's going on. So if you didn't have a chance to look at my July newsletter, I would ask you to do that. We had a really nice night last night. We had a little cake and ice cream for my daughter. So thank you for those of you that let me reschedule my appointments at the last minute. I truly appreciate you, and I did send you a kind of a little thank you this morning. So I appreciate all of you. Good morning, Mandy. Good morning. Mandy, let me know if you got your email. Just wasn't sure. I know I'm starting to send emails from the guidance311 at guidance311.com email. And I know some people aren't receiving them just because they're not, it goes, I think it goes in your spam file. Oh, good. Okay, good. Yeah, I know sometimes it goes in your spam file. So I'm going to be doing more and more from my business page and business website and all of that, because really, if you didn't check out my newsletter, I would ask you to do that. I'm still trying to get the glare off my glasses, guys. That's why I keep moving my head the way I do. Let's see if I can, I don't know, can I shift it? Oh, that looks a little better. Anyway, yeah, so that's what's, so the Evidential Medium course is coming in August 3rd, and we added another student yesterday, so the class it's filling up. So if you're someone that wants to step into your mediumship, if you really want to, oh, awesome. So Mandy did a, I hope you don't mind me outing you. We did a distant IET session. And so I'm glad that you're having positive effects. I'm glad that it's helping, because it's always beneficial. IET is always profound. It's always beneficial, and even people that don't feel like oh, thank you. People who don't feel like after the session you're like, well, did she do anything? She was so far away. I just sat in my space. Maybe I lit a candle, but maybe I even fell asleep. I didn't really feel anything. But there's always profound change, because the angels are in your energy, releasing, supporting, and integrating back in the support. So yes, IET, distant, in person, it's going to be profound. Absolutely. Good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning. Good morning, Live, Laugh, Love. Live, love, laugh. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I have a lot of distant sessions are like, I fell asleep. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. And to be honest with you, I've actually had a couple of people in person fall asleep on my table. It's okay. Because, if you watch Consciousness Conversation, Thomas was actually talking about how melatonin kind of is part of what ramps up in the pineal gland for connection to spirit. So that doesn't surprise me, because melatonin is also part of our putting us to sleep. Right? So it's all we're all connected, but so it doesn't surprise me when you fall asleep in meditation or fall asleep in, a healing service, because it's all connected. It's all connected. Yeah, it's all connected. So perfect. Good morning, Lori. Good morning. So I just wanted to kind of touch base and have coffee with you all. I felt like I was kind of MIA yesterday because my daughter, it was her birthday, and so I made her a homemade cake. Gonna have to try that again. The cake turned out okay. I just felt like it didn't have like a whole lot of a taste. It was just a vanilla cake, and I used like a vanilla bean paste instead of like extract. So I think that had a lot to do with it. Perfect. Mandy's having tea. I'm having coffee. I'm having black coffee because I did have a piece of cake for breakfast, and it had a lot of sugar in the buttercream frosting. So I was like, I'll have my sugar on my frosting and I won't have sugar in my coffee, because sometimes I put like a teaspoon or so of sugar in my black coffee. Good morning, Ann. Good morning. So yeah, so we had someone come in and do, so I have another Evidential Medium course student for this August 3rd, but I still have seats available. So if you're someone that's been kind of on the fence or wasn't sure if this was the right time, if you're coming to this course, I would say it's the right time. I would say if this course is really starting to feel like, oh, I really want to look into this, I'm interested in this, and this is, the right time. Right time is divine time. So take a look at the description, and if you have any questions, you can always get a hold of me. No, Lori, so I had gastric bypass like over 10 years ago now, 12 years ago now. So yeah, I have to be careful how much sugar I intake, and I'm telling you that buttercream, I'm actually, my heart is actually fluttering a little bit because I had a lot of sugar. So I knew putting it in my coffee would just be too much. Jacqueline, good timing. Having tea and breakfast out on my deck. Beautiful sunny morning here. Yeah, to be honest with you, I turned off all the air conditioners last night and I opened all the windows because I knew it was going to be a cooler morning, and I love that cool morning air. And then as I'm trying to be live with you, you guys can probably see the reflection in my glasses of the window that's open. Oh, vanilla. Oh, I should have done both. Oh, shoot. Okay, next time. Because I'm actually thinking about I wouldn't surprise myself if this week I made another cake, because I'm probably going to throw that one out. Again, it's a perfectly good cake. It just doesn't taste like anything. Like if it didn't have the ice cream or we also had ice cream cake to go with it. But if we didn't have the ice cream cake or the very sweet frosting that turned out really well, it probably it just wouldn't be you'd need like a jam on top of it, to be honest with you. It would make a good like if I was going to eat it plain, I'd have to put a jam on top of it, something to kind of give it some oomph. So, yeah, so that's, but this baking thing is kind of my hobby when I just need to kind of, take myself out of spirit, take myself out of, what I do on a, everyday basis, and just kind of be. That's my time to be. It just allows my, I'm thinking and doing other things, and it's just, sometimes we need that. We need that downtime. We just need that downtime. So that was it yesterday. I gave the baby back, and they left, and I was going to take a nap, and I had a little bit of a headache, but I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to drink some water, and I started baking. Yeah, jam in the center. Yeah. So I didn't do a layer cake because I don't have round pans, because when I went to buy round pans, they didn't have them. So I have to get some so that I can do that. I have to get some so I can do that. Absolutely. Yeah. So yesterday I baked. So it's coffee and cards. I'm glad you're all here having coffee with me. And so if you also are not part of my newsletter, my email, when you go to guidance311.com, the first page pops up asking you to subscribe. Please do. And you can also do the drop down menu, and you can, or actually it comes up, you can grab my app. So that's another way to find out what's going on. Oh yeah, and absolutely, I love to bake, especially when everyone at home. Yeah, you need someone to eat it, right? Every night it's been a different cookie night. Oh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, see, growing up, we didn't have treats, store-bought treats. I was from a large family. It was my dad worked, my mom stayed at home, and so, mom bought things to make. There wasn't a lot of store-bought stuff. Growing up. So I learned how to bake because if you wanted a cookie, we had to make a cookie, right? So she'd buy chocolate chips, or we always had a big jar of peanut butter. So I made peanut butter cookies and chocolate chip cookies and sugar cookies. I started baking, I think I was around 12. I mean, it was early because we didn't have any good stuff. So I started making cakes and cupcakes, and yeah, baking has been kind of my go-to de-stress, relax kind of thing. I love getting in the kitchen and just being in the kitchen. So yeah, I feel ya. But now it's I don't have anybody to bake for, so I have to have an event or give it away. Give it away. So if you checked out my subscription monthly letter, we were starting a subscription service because I'm really looking forward to being able to get into communication with many people and kind of do group clearings, group healings, group learning. The classes are only a couple times a year, and then it's only, I can only do, only 10 people. So the subscription models, the plans, are a way for me to really start to connect with many more of you that are going through similar things. And so I know for many people, and where I started my journey was being an empath, finding out what an empath was, how being an empath affected me, just, taking on everybody else's energies, always wanting to be beneficial for everyone else, always wanted to people please and fix everybody. I was the fixer. People came to me because they knew that I would take care of it, whether it was family or friends. I was the fixer. I was the taker care of. I would set everything aside. I would push my own stuff aside, and I would just, get in there and really want to people please and fix your problems and fix, your thing. Whether it was being a go-between in middle school between my best friend and her boyfriend, or, the friend group, just trying to keep everybody talking, like whatever it was, and then family dynamics, always being the buffer in the family, always, wanting everybody to be happy. So, taking one for the team, having my feelings hurt, putting my own needs to the back, as an empath, this is what we do. And it's a trauma response, and it really is. And so the Empath Evolution is going to be a group where we can get together. I'm going to give you lots of material that you'll take. So there'll be videos every month where I'll do a guidance video for you. And we're also I'm going to do a workbook so that you can kind of do your own self-assessment, because becoming self-aware is so important, because being on this journey, you're on your journey, everybody's at their different point, right? So the group is going to allow us to kind of all come together, and then once a month we're going to have a meeting, and in that meeting I'm going to do trauma clearing, where we're really going to invoke our highest self to come in and do some trauma clearing. And I'm going to be using the compassion key. So for a lot of you, you don't know that in the past 3 months, I've actually been doing work on myself through the compassion key. And the compassion key is a modality where we're going to work with our highest self to clear out those old programs, those old hurts, those old pains, to be able to integrate back in support and to really positively impact our situation. And I can't tell you how transformational it's been. I actually had a healing session this past week, and it changed my life. I was able to release a huge trauma. When you are young and you are experiencing a huge trauma, when you're experiencing real pain, when you may not understand what's going on that's creating that feeling, but that feeling is attaching to you. And the feeling that attached to me when I was 3 years old was traumatic in what I would almost call like a sense of like evil. So back, before 2012 or 1989, we would have called it like an attachment, like a negative, like an entity. But really what it was fear. It was fear of the highest order, and it was a ball of fear that had attached to felt like my breastbone. And it was sitting there my whole life, like 49 years. And I was able to release that this week. And so I'm still settling my new version of myself into who I am now without it. And so it's allowing me to really want to give this experience to those of you who just feel like you can't get out of your own way and you don't know why you can't overcome the hurdles and challenges in your life. And we are going to use the compassion key, and it's going to be profound. And that is going to be in the Empath Evolution, where those of you who are really struggling with being an empath, what it means, how to navigate being an empath around other people, what you can do for yourself to take care of your own energy, especially in situations. That's what that's going to be about, and that is going to be an ongoing monthly where we get together. We get together and we get to grow with each other. And, you know, how you can take your empathy, your, you know, it's all clairsentience. It's all your feeling. It's all your emotions. And, you know, how you can navigate that. And then how you can use it for yourself. You know, you can use it to turn it on when you want to, and how you can turn it off when you don't want to. So you can set your intention. You can set your intention. So we're going to talk about that, being an empath, and how to navigate that, and how you can not see it as a, you know, when I first recognized that I was an empath, it was almost like a negative, like, oh my gosh, you know, this is awful. How do I, you know, now I understand why I've reacted in situations the way I've reacted, or why I got into situations I shouldn't have been in, because my empathy was trying to help people fix their situations that wasn't anything to do with me. I should have just walked the other way. You know, and so there's going to be a lot of helping you recognize, you know, why you do the things you do and how you can do them differently for your benefit, for your own benefit. Oh yeah, no worries, Mandy. So that's going to be the Empath Evolution. That's my new subscription. It's going to be $11.11 a month. You can go to guidance311.com and use the Subkit link that's on the top of the homepage if you want more information on what it's going to be and what the what's in the plan, because there's a list of things that'll come that you'll get every month in the plan. And then, so the next plan that I did was for relationships, because many people that find me, because you're an empath, you attract narcissists, or very damaged partners. You can call them sociopaths, you can call them selfish, you can call them whatever you want. But you know that they're not giving as much as they're taking, or they're not giving at all and all they're doing is taking. So relationship recovery is going to be for those of you who have been in that dynamic where you don't know how to put yourself back together. You don't know what happened or why it happened. And so, these relationships can be devastating. These relationships can take you out at your knees. I'm so sorry, Karen. I'm so sorry. Jess, we will send you lots of love. So relationship recovery is all going to be about how you can put yourself back together, how you can love yourself and forgive yourself and recognize what happened in the relationship, and that it really had nothing to do with you. It was really all about them. But these can be very devastating and painful relationships, and especially if you've been in one for years, it can be a situation where it's not as easy as just walking away. It can be a situation where you've been walked away from and you don't know why. You know, whatever the situation is, the recovery is the important part, that you now don't carry any of that trauma onward with you, because you don't want it to negatively impact future relationships. And you also want to heal that part of yourself that attracted that relationship, because remember, we're attracting our experiences by our vibrational frequency. And so, you know, where you're resonating on that vibrational frequency chart, whether it's, you know, in anger and resentment, or even lower down in powerlessness and unworthiness, you know, recognizing where you are and how you can heal yourself from there. And then you can move yourself up the chart so that you're not drawing in those types, and they're going to find you, unfortunately. And so then it's about you not only not drawing them to you, but also when they do find you, you recognizing what it is right away, so that you don't get drawn back into somebody else's chaos, for a better word. So that's going to be relationship recovery. That actually, in that plan, there is going to be not only the monthly, and it will be separate. It'll be a separate monthly meeting where we'll also do trauma release. We'll do healing. We'll also do, guidance for what you've been through, but you're also going to get a deep discount on healing so that you can do one-on-one sessions with me if you're drawn to. You're also going to get a workbook and a video course that's going to help you. Again, self-assessment, because we're all individual on this journey, so you're going to get that piece where you're going to do some self-assessment and dive deep into, why you do what you do and how that looks. And then in that, there's going to be some other pieces to help you. So each plan has, right now, 3 to 4 things you'll get every month. And then things will be added as we go, and especially with me meeting your needs. So what I add to these pieces will be indicative of what's needed. But so that's going to be a fair exchange of $22 a month for the relationship recovery. And then the big one, spiritual awakening, is going to be the third one. And that is going to be those of you that are ready to dive into your intuition, dive into your connection with spirit, your highest self, dive into really utilizing your connection to spirit in your life to live in alignment, to understand vibrational frequency, because it's about getting in connection to the energy field. You can call it the matrix, you can call it the field, and call it whatever you want, but that is what I tap into when I'm doing my readings. I'm tapping into the field. And so people often are surprised or want to know how I read other people's energy, especially people around them. How do I know what they're feeling or what their motivations are? And I'm tapping into their energy field. And so the spiritual awakening piece is going to be for those of you that are starting to feel spirit. You're starting to feel energy. You're starting to feel that connection with your highest self. And you don't know what to do with it. You don't know what it means. You don't know if you can trust it. You don't know if you can use it, if you can act on it. And so the spiritual awakening is going to be, you're going to get a video course. You're going to get a workbook. You are going to get also a deep discount on any session. So you can do healing, you can do readings. But those are going to be like, you can use those as one-on-one sessions for where you are on your journey. So deep discount on that. And then, we're going to get together. We're going to get together and we're going to do meditations. We're going to do, meditating is the way to get in connection with your highest self and spirit. And I know that many people struggle with meditation. And so the guided meditations that I do, especially when we're together, even the recording, people have done my recording ones and have very similar outcomes. Energy is energy, right? But, we amplify the energy when we're together. So those group meetings in the spiritual awakening once a month will have a guided meditation component so that you can feel spirit, because we're amplifying the energy together. So you'll be able to feel spirit maybe more clearer or better than when you're trying to meditate alone, but at least you'll know where you can go in meditation with yourself as long as you're keeping up your own practice. So that is going to be $33.33 fair exchange a month, because there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of support, a lot of me, and a lot of help. Because I know that being on a spiritual awakening journey can be very, very daunting. I don't want to say scary, but it is overwhelming because you're changing. Your etheric body is changing, your mental body is changing, your emotional body is changing, and then your physical body is changing. So a lot of changes, and so a lot of support. Good morning, Barry. Welcome, welcome. So this is where we're going. We're going to go to the subscriptions. We're going to go to working with all of you in a more profound way where I can work with more of you and give in a way that we can really start utilizing the energies and getting into connection with the matrix, the energy field, with ourselves, with spirit, as we're activating our 10th chakra, our causal chakra. If you watch Consciousness Conversation, that's a lot of what these light codes are bringing into us with this serious gateway that's opening. So there's a lot of energy out there right now, and so I want to bring as much support for all of you as I can as you're going through your very human experience, whether you're an empath, whether you're having some relationship issues, or you've had relationship issues, or you really want to change your relationships or the relationships you have in the future, or if you're someone that's really wanting to step into their connection with spirit. And that's what spiritual awakening is, connecting to spirit. Whatever you're feeling spirit is for you, if that's God consciousness, if that's your angels, if that's your ascended masters, if that is galactic helpers, however that looks for you, that's what spiritual awakening is all about. And so that's what we're going to be doing and talking about and investing in, and me bringing all of this to you. And I will be bringing all of my, you know, when I do a reading, especially on the daily guidance, that is messages that are coming through me, guys. You know that's coming through me. I wouldn't know about your experience. I wouldn't know where your energy is headed, what is coming to you if it weren't for spirit. And so that's how we are starting to navigate this new human experience, by really partnering and building that relationship with our guides, our archangels, our angels, our guardian angels, our crossed over loved ones, our galactic family, however you want to call it. But that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here at Guidance 311. So if you are ready to take a step, you're ready to take a new step on your journey, on your path, I would say check out Subkit on my homepage of my website. It's also in the announcements on my app, and it's also linked on my Facebook page, and I'll actually link it here when this video is over. But good morning, Lisa. Good morning. That's what this is all about. This is where we're going. We're going to be bringing more of me to you in a way that hopefully will be very beneficial to wherever you are in your journey. That's why I did the 3 plans, to wherever you are on your journey, and really where you need to be, where you need to be. So that is why I am here today with you, having coffee. So I did title this Coffee and Cards. So let's go ahead and I think I'm just going to use the answer card, or the answer angel cards, for a few minutes. Can't stay long, but let's see what we can do here. All right, Miss Mitchell, let's see what I've got for you today. Please feel free to ask me any questions if you've got questions about the subscriptions, what they're going to entail, what they're about. You know what, guys? I'm not going to do individual cards. I'm going to do a pick a card. That's what I'm being called to do. I'm going to do a pick a card, and I'm not going to use these cards. So sometimes we have to go with what Spirit wants us to go with. Oh yeah, there we go. We're going to dive deep today. All right. I'm going to use the Oracle of the 7 Energies. Welcome, Nana. Welcome. All right, I'm going to pick 3 cards, so go ahead and take a deep breath for me Think about something you want clarity on or questions answered. And then we're going to pick 3 cards, and I'm going to do 3 readings. And you can take what resonates with you. If they all resonate with you, that's okay too. All right, guys, let's see what we got here. All right, so let's do this. Did you take your deep breath? Did you think about something you want clarity on or questions answered? Here we go. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. What card is calling to you? What number is resonating with you? Just let your feeling come through. Don't try to overthink it. 1, 2, or 3. So, number 1, the answer is going to come through quieting your mind. Quieting your mind is all about taking a time out, sitting down. Quieting your mind can be very, very daunting, especially when you've got a lot going on and there's a lot of chaos and maybe you've got a lot of anxiety and maybe you're thinking, how the hell am I going to do that, right? But you can. And you can ask Spirit to come in and help you quiet your mind, or you can help. And for those of you that are really struggling with quieting your mind, then what I would say is ask for a sign. And believe it. When that sign shows up, believe that sign, that yes, this is my sign. I asked for a sign, this is it. Getting into connection with your divinity, with your sovereignty. Getting into connection with who you truly are on the inside, not about what you project to other people, not about how you try to cover up your pain, not about how you try to make it all better for everyone else, but really quieting yourself, feeling your emotions, feeling into what Spirit is bringing you. And when the mind is trying to take over, you're just going to concentrate on that sound furthest away from you, that bird chirping way up in that tree, or that water running way over there in that brook. Or maybe you're going to put on a guided meditation and you're going to just bring your mind back to that guided meditation every time it tries to wander away from it. Maybe you're going to put on that clock ticking YouTube video, and you're going to bring yourself back to that clock ticking every time your mind tries to take off. This is practice. This is practice. And if you've not gotten into a practice of quieting your mind, then this is the sign that it's time. That for those of you that say, I need to meditate more, today you meditate. For those of you that say, I need to find some alone time more, today you find some alone time. Today is Self-Care Saturday if you didn't see my TikTok. And so for those of you that need to do some self-care, this is what you're being guided to today and on a regular basis. That quieting your mind is a practice. It's not just a, maybe I'll do that today, maybe I'll do that tomorrow, maybe I'll get to it someday. Quieting your mind is the key to getting into connection with your spirit guides, and so you can feel the relief and the guidance to where they want to take you. Life is chaotic, busy, loud, frenetic, and overwhelming. Some days all that noise is like the roar of thunder echoing around you, and it feels as if you're being pummeled by a rainstorm. This isn't why we take vacations, to get away to somewhat peaceful. In spite of the surrounding din of the world, today you need to slow down and find a bit of peace. So go ahead and take a deep breath right now. Make a commitment to be still, if only for 5 minutes. Count your breaths and be mindful of every one of them. Know that you have all the time in the world to do the things that need doing. Everything is perfect as it is. Our core beliefs about the world originate in our thoughts and feelings, which then become our perceptions. If our thoughts are all over the place, that is how we will experience the outer world. But what if the outer world didn't matter at all? What if at our center there were a place that is always calm, where the mind doesn't have a million things to say, where problems and challenges aren't nearly as important as we think they are. Today requires you to take an internal break and go to that silent space to regroup. Meditate on the stillness within. Choose a peaceful mind and nothing else. You'll be amazed by how easily everything falls into place once you do. Because Spirit is bringing you the way. They're bringing you the sign. They're bringing you the symbol. They're bringing you the opportunity, the person. But if you're so chaotic, you're missing it. If you're so all over the place with your energy, you're missing it. And that's why you got to get quiet. You got to get quiet. So today, take Self-Care Saturday seriously and make a commitment to care for yourself. All right? So that was card number 1. All right. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, Andrea. Hello, Cynthia. Welcome. Card number 2, a tall tale. So if you were drawn to card number 2, denial, concealing the truth so you can manipulate and control a situation. Fear-based communication, creating a narrative to hide behind. Not allowing the fear of what others will think to influence your words. Learning to communicate from a place of authenticity. You or someone else is telling a tall tale right now. You always know if a falsehood is spoken because it doesn't feel grounded. When you lie, you get high on the illusory sense of power that is doomed to fail at some point. You feel driven by the fear of exposure, but something makes you stick to your story even though you know it has no substance. Whatever lie we are caught up in isn't as important as the motive for it. Why does anyone lie? Perhaps we don't believe the truth is good enough, or we want to keep doing what we know we shouldn't be doing. Then there is to lie put forth while in denial, such as hiding an active addiction. In this scenario, we may believe our own lies. The tall tale, the white lie, the stretching of the truth, and the blatant fabrication are all about control. The desire for it, the lack of it, the need to maintain it so we can manipulate the outer world and hide our inner one. Today, ask for the truth. Be willing to pay the price and be okay with the vulnerability your lie is exposing in yourself and others. Transparency is required to get to where you need to go, to be truly empowered, to reveal the strength of what is true and authentic. Any other path leads to a dead end. Remember the saying, the truth will set you free, and get ready to fly unfettered. It's time. It's time to live authentically. It's time, card number 2, to not be hiding anymore. Not be hiding anymore. Not be hiding your beautiful, lovely soul. And whoever isn't going to accept your beautiful, lovely soul as it is, then they probably don't deserve a seat at your table. And it's okay to say, I will meet you when you're ready. All right? And number 3. The royal you. I love this. Look at that. We get a crown for our sovereignty, for our divinity, for who we are on the inside. Sovereignty, responsibility, self-confidence, self-rule, ownership of our feelings and actions, a quiet sense of empowerment, being self-aware, not allowing outside influences out to alignment with your truth. Do you know what it means to express personal sovereignty in your life? It's about how you hold to your inner self's sense of worth and integrity. Secure in your belief that you have a unique purpose. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin, knowing who you are and that nothing outside you can challenge your authentic self. The hard-won seat of awareness that you have earned. You are the ruler of your mind, and you're being invited now to consider what discipline you need to apply to your thoughts. Are they consistent with the values and beauty you intend for your life? It is important now to keep your focus on what is right and good for you as well as others. Challenges in your life at this time, no matter how large or small, must be met with a measured response. If life sends you a challenge, can you speak up and set your boundaries with grace and surety? Calm, intelligent leadership is called for now. Sovereigns know when to plan their battles, so stay out of unnecessary skirmishes and strategically wield your personal power. Now is the time to lead from the heart, from your authenticity and integrity. Hold your head high and know your worth, that this is the mark of a true sovereign. Be empowered. From your love space. From your love space. But it's time. It's time to be authentic. Shine your light bright. So those are the 3 choices. For those of you who joined late, you may want to watch the replay. But really, it's all about coming into who we are. You're welcome, Jess. You're welcome. So, Subkit on the top of my homepage at guidance311.com. I'll drop the link in this description box. But guys, that's where we're headed. We're headed to hopefully work together on a regular basis to help you step into your sovereignty, be empowered, quiet your mind in a way that you can hear, feel, see, and know spirit in a way that they want to be a part of your co-creating your reality. Because that's what we're coming to. Co-creating our reality with spirit. Not flying solo, not trying to figure it out anymore, not throwing something at the wall and hoping it'll stick and it'll work out right. No, we can co-create our reality with our divine, with our divinity, with our sovereignty, with our highest self, and be on the path that is for us, bringing us our happiness, our joy, our bliss, that perfect career, that most compatible soulmate, whatever it is. And that's where we're headed. So if you want to work with me on a monthly basis, head over to Subkit and join today. So awesome, Cynthia. Setting my boundaries, but need to work on the graceful part. Yeah, it's practice. It's practice. Good morning, Kim. Hello, honey. It's practice. You know, this is all practice, and we're all in practice. Like, nobody gets it perfect. Really, we don't. Unless you become enlightened, you don't get it perfect. But as long as you're always practicing, and that's what I want to help you do. I want to help you get into a practice of living your purpose, living in your divinity, and really stepping into co-creating your reality. And we need the tools to do that. And that's where I'm going to be bringing that every month to each and every one of you who are going to join me, and then meet you where you're at, because we're all at a different point on the journey. But the subscriptions are going to allow me to be able to reach more of you who are on a similar path, because I really am finding in these years of doing the daily guidance that many of you are coming to me, and you're all kind of coming to me for similar reasons, but you're at different points on your path. And I know that I want to support you, but I can't do that one-on-one with, you know, the hundreds of people that are showing up. And so I'm just so excited to have this modality that we can get together once a month in a group setting, and then you can take all the other parts of the plan and use them in the month to kind of set yourself up for when we get together. And, you know, I'm going to be doing videos for you, so you'll have videos to watch, you'll have meditations, you're going to have workbooks, you're going to have one-on-one sessions, you're going to have group sessions. You know, it's just, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. And we're going to grow together, and we're going to meet each other, and you're going to meet other people on a similar path than you and form relationships. And this is just going to be so amazing, because we're going to be able to become a tribe together. So I'm really looking forward to it. All right. So guys, I'm going to let you get to your Saturday. Thank you for joining me for Coffee and Cards. And yeah, I'm just really excited. So the Evidential Medium course will start on August 3rd. If you're called to take that with me, please, please, please do. We've got a beautiful group of women who are a part of that. For those of you that will be with me on Saturday the 16th, next Saturday, for the IET Intermediate class, I'm very excited for us all to get together and be together again. So that is going on. We got a lot going on here, guys. So if you want to join me, grabbing one of my subscription plans is going to be the way, because that's where all the good stuff is going to be. All right. So, oh, I'm so glad, Lisa. Something to think about. Yeah. And that's what Spirit brings us. We have free will choice, but they bring us the thoughts. They bring us the ideas. They bring us the signs and symbols, and then we can choose to embrace them and make our changes. So, oh, thank you, ladies. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Jacqueline. All right, guys, I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings. Have a beautiful rest of your Saturday. Self-care Saturday. Do something nice for yourself. All right, guys. I love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye.